We're live here in Pennsylvania where the 15th President of the United States, James Buchanan, is buried. Buchanan was one of the 3 presidents that led the country into the Civil War. And because of that, Buchanan thought he would be the last president of the United States. But Lincoln and others became president, and ever since we have had 28 more. The president's dog was often mistaken for a large bear. For a small bear. And the 15th President of the United States was able to live through the years of the Civil War. And he was the only president that was never married. His niece, who is not buried here, she is buried in Maryland, served as his first lady. The stone reads, "Here lies the remains of James Buchanan, 15th President of the United States, born in Franklin County, Pennsylvania, April 23rd, 1791, died at Wheatland." I believe that was his home. June 1st, 1868, 3 years after the Civil War ended. James Buchanan, I believe, is buried under here because there's no marker here and there. So
he was another Mason. A lot of presidents were Masons.
What's a Mason?
I'm not exactly sure. Some people think it's a cult. We'll have to do more research on the Masons, but it was some type
Has
of
something to do with rulers.
Well, it's a compass, but we have to do more research on Masons because quite a few presidents were Masons.
Including William McKinley.
Even George Washington. This was a little plaque for General Society.
War of 1812, I think. Huh? Next presidential grave, though, I am gonna, if it's not Jefferson, because I left Jefferson at home, I'm gonna.
Good look.
You had it on?
And here they are, the highlight of their trip, sitting on curbside at James Buchanan's gravesite. What do you think of James Buchanan, Olivia?
I don't like presidents.
Fantastic. I think she said she loves presidents.
I don't.
Okay, little girl. Let's move on to the mother. And Mom, what do you think of James Buchanan's gravesite?
Well, it's the nicest area in this cemetery. The rest of it is somewhat dilapidated.
I think she's being sarcastic because it's lovely here, folks.
The only thing I would like you to do is get a picture of just the grave without curtain. I look nice.
So we'd have to come back someday? Because you know he likes his pictures with the grave, so if we don't get the picture, we'll have to come back and we'll drag you back. Yeah, this isn't...
one just without.
Yeah, alright, let's get a little panoramic shot of the cemetery so people can see. It's not the surrounding area is not the greatest section of Pennsylvania.
Do you remember what his dog name was?
I don't know what the dog's name was. I'll have to ask her.
James Buchanan sent to him because he didn't have a wife. That's where he probably got his large dog. I read that in my Garfield presidential book.
Very good. Oh, there's James Buchanan, Mark's figure from the 50s. Well, he's
fat. Sure, then he probably was. These things weren't very accurate.
Well, no, it might have been fairly accurate, actually.
Kurt, I think I had read 2 conflicting reports about or somewhat conflicting reports about Buchanan and slavery. One place I read that, at least as far as the country, he continued slavery, but then I read somewhere else, personally, he bought slaves and then set them free.
I know.
Are both of those things accurate, Kurt?
I know the second one is. What was the first one?
The first one was, as far as the country was concerned, he supported continued slavery.
No, that's not true. The second one. Can we get back home?
But didn't he? But he didn't buy slaves to have them. He bought slaves to set them free. Right. But he couldn't tackle his presidency. He was not able to tackle the issue of slavery.
It was all crumbling, and he had, although he was the president, he had no power to stop slavery. So.
Yeah, it struck me as, from what I read, that what he did personally and what he did professionally were conflicting.